Hello everyone, I'm glad that you're watching my video right now. Instead of focusing on particular aspects of the project that I'm gonna show, I would like to highlight the driving force behind them. This is a small website that I made for the coding process book. I always look for possibilities to make web less lonely space and use the power of digital technologies and networks to bring people in. Here I have to scroll quickly to get a score, but I didn't make a scoreboard. Instead I show the score of the previous person who has visited the website. I think somehow it makes it more personal and even weird. I'm thinking now if the game requires some personal information from the user, it could be much more powerful. Or for example, some form of gratification. These links could be available only after higher score. I'm showing this project now because I would like you to see here and in the next projects my focus on interaction through technologies and the way you involve people into different activities. Also in this process book there are different links with experiments that I've done through the semester. Some of them use AI. This is me. Hi! Let's go to the next project. This is a game that I made for a color assignment in image class. It was the first big coding project where I had to write all the backend. The concept is simple. All living things are losing color when they die. Earth is dying now too due to global warming and losing its color. We can save it, we can color it back, but it requires a collective effort because it's too hard for one person or even one country to fix that. This is a whole Earth coloring book. Every player in this game sees each other. We are only 2 players now, so we can't really solve that. So sad. I use interaction and digital presence here. However, I was too excited about it and the complexity was growing and growing, but I didn't test the idea early. I should have iterated with people and asked for their opinion, top-down versus bottom-up. I learned the lesson in my next project. The concept is good, but it's not fun to play, to be honest. Here is a small promotional video playing now. I made for our website presentation. Few nice renders here and the music. Next project was done in real life. It was before isolation started. We went to the elderly house and collaborated with its staff to create a game plus a workshop. Staff told us that elderly really like drawing, but it's hard to conduct proper workshops. We developed tools for them that they can reuse in the future. Everyone enjoyed that and we had a really great time. We were surprised how easy it was to work with this stuff and how much those people told us. It shaped our process and it was completely bottom up. Elderly are playing bingo all the time, but they rely on the woman who comes to make it possible. We created a website which pronounced all the pre-recorded numbers randomly and elderly can fill them in. We conducted a big bingo game and we used our website to play it on a big field. Next is one more bingo. I split up my classmates in 2 groups and created a dialogue between them. Using information from people, I made illustrations with the most common problems and asked people to fill in the relevant problems and share with others if they want to. Other part of classmates were sharing their solutions to those problems. Result is a website with collection of problems during quarantine and answers and the possibility for visitors to submit their own. And another one is digital confessions. It started from a research early in a semester about repurposing of church. Building now become apartments and bookstores. They adapt for new conditions. We decided that because of quarantine, some functions of the church are not accessible for people anymore. One function of that kind is confession process. I developed a space where everyone can enter and confess. Website creates a room based on user locations. Also, based on location, it creates a generative landscape. Website is looking for the pictures of the churches next to the user. As you can see there, it creates this weird landscape. The sound is important, that's why I left it. It kind of travels around your computer, so you experience this sacral feeling. It also reminds me of this Radio Garden famous project where you can travel around the world. You can also look confessions and landscape of different cities, but you can submit only from your own city. Value of food. When I went back to Kazakhstan, I recognized the food insecurity of this region. Kazakhstan imported most of its food and was the first country to ban all the export in response to pandemics of coronavirus. I think that solution is an urban farming and use of empty space in the city, because our city is quite low dense. First, I made the research publication with all the data, which later transformed into educational materials and website with a newsletter where everyone can sign up and get a message from me about future of food and urban farming in general. I made the project in 2 languages, my native Russian and English.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching my video till the end. I hope it was really clear. For the last word, I would like to give you some sequence what is next for me. In the beginning of this year, I started to learn technology and use it extensively in every project that I make. At the same time, in the first semester, it was only about technology. Technology was the first layer and the story was only a second layer. This time I tried to merge them together. You don't see exciting technology without seeing a story. The story always comes first. Technology is just a mean for telling this story. What is next for me? I would like to merge the skills of creating exciting stories with a real life interactivity, like in an example of Elderly House, where we empowered these bingo games that they play with the technology in a real world and become one unity. Thank you.